How would you describe Jayden in one word?
Let me think. Probably smooth.
One word? There's so many words. That's why I'm trying to look for the right one.
Electrifying. Yeah.
A freak.
Truly special, man. I have never played with a quarterback who can change a game like him.
So the bar has been risen for Jayden, who's one of the premier dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. His ability to throw on the one, be creative, and then when things break down, is a nightmare running the football.
If I had to go with one, I'd probably go Heisman. Heisman, for sure.
Okay, as you know, we had voting for captains. I'm going to take this opportunity to announce our captains. He had the most votes of any of our guys, and again, 83 of the 113, about 70% of the vote. You guys decided this, and that's Jayden Daniels. Jayden.
I just want to say it's an honor that y'all voted me to be captain. I appreciate y'all. You know, love y'all boys. Everything I do for y'all, everything I get, I want to represent LSU, represent y'all. It meant a lot, especially that my peers voted me to be captain. You know, I had the most votes, so it just meant a lot that they view me as that type of person, that type of leader, to go out there and lead this team day in and day out. Let's have a day, y'all. Lead on 2, 1, 2.
You know, I don't know that in the beginning it was easy for him being the new guy in the locker room, then earning the job and being named a starter. All of that was happening when he was first transitioning into the program. But once it happened, you began to see those things. And then as last season kind of went along, it became a little bit more evident that that was a role he could fill. And then this offseason, the work that those guys did off the field, spearheaded by the leadership on the offensive side of the ball, has really paid big dividends. And that all started with him and his approach.
Yeah, you know, he has an interesting style. It's not one that's really loud as much as he'll walk up to players individually and have conversations, and I think they appreciate that. I think early on he was probably a little bit more reserved and wouldn't say something, but he will now address things individually, and I think that that's a mark of good leadership.
Man, I just appreciate y'all accepting me as a transfer, accepting me as being your quarterback, man. I love y'all boys.
His honesty about who he is as a person, embracing the fact that I'm not going to necessarily be a rah-rah guy. I'm not going to be the loudest guy in the room. But you know what? I'm going to be very intentional. I know I got to use my voice more. I came here for a reason. I wanted to challenge myself, and he's extremely intentional about using his voice.
Energy and focus. I hear it a lot through a lot of practice. You know, have a sense of urgency, bringing others up around me. If I'm lackadaisical or anything, I have no energy. That's kind of how the offense, the practice goes. So if I have energy and I'm focused, then it makes the practice better, it makes the offense better, everybody gets better at the end of the day. Hey, those are my guys, and you know, I love them to death. How they view me as a leader, you know, they just, every time something good or bad happens, you know, they turn to me, you know, just seeing how I am, and they say I never flinch, so they don't either.
A top 25 matchup to start the day of SEC football on a cool fall morning up in Como as the 21st ranked Missouri Tigers host your 23rd ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU.
The quarterback in Jayden Daniels that probably should be getting even more publicity in terms of maybe the NFL draft or the Heisman race. High snap, bobble, Daniels maintains his composure, cuts it back, and Daniels is hurt. All of a sudden, Jayden Daniels is down on one knee. And here come the trainers for LSU to take a look at the senior quarterback. Garrett Nussmeier up off the bench, starting to warm up.
My ribs, I couldn't breathe at that point. It was hurting, but I couldn't just let my team down. I had to get back out there, and I was hurting, but I wasn't injured. Just winning that tent, got right. The only thing that mattered was helping my team get a win.
Bob, after leaving the field with an injury, Jayden Daniels spent a little bit of time in the medical tent, but he is going to go back out there. He told his offensive line that he was hurting in the rib area. Every time I watched him throw while he was down there, he would wince after he threw.
Tough as nails going back in the game. Daniels rips one over the middle to a wide open Malik Neighbors. He's off and running and still on his feet. Dodging tacklers down to the Missouri 42. Quarterback draw. The C's part. There goes Daniels again. He's looking for the end zone. Touchdown.
We saw against Missouri, he had the banged up ribs, and flinching is, to me, always been about somebody not prepared. He is so prepared about everything. I think he just goes out and moves on to the next play.
They follow him because of his toughness. And when you watch him in Missouri, he's having rib issues and everything else, and he comes back in and leads us in the way that he did. Those are cool, to watch somebody perform at their highest level.
Zips one down the sideline, wide open for an easy walk-in touchdown for Neighbors. Jayden Daniels putting together another performance certainly worthy of being in the Heisman discussion.
I want to be like 5 when I grow up.
Your quarterback takes that hit. He basically wills his team down the field, looking like it was a struggle with the injury. What did he show you today?
He's got a heart of a champion, and you don't get many chances to coach a guy like that. And I'm just so happy that I got an opportunity to have him on my team.
I appreciate it. Congratulations.
But that's the toughness that you need to win football games in this league. As far as game ball, I'm going to give him the game ball, and there's no doubt that Jayden Daniels is one.
Love you boys, dog.
Missouri, that was a game where you could really see him as much as any time during his career, I think, just put the team on his back and say, we're not losing today.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you have to just put the cape on and be Superman, and Jayden Daniels is certainly capable of that.